Hey, everybody. How's it going? I am coming to you live today to talk about the 5 biggest mistakes that I see people making when they are getting ready to launch a new product or an offer. It could be a book, it could be an event, it could be any of those things. And so I thought what I would do is just come and share some of the things that I've seen, and maybe it will help you to avoid making some of these mistakes. Okay, let's get started. So I'm just going to go, I'm going to make this quick and painless. Okay. So mistake number 1 that I see people make is not having clarity on your offer. And really what that is like, what are the details? And honestly, this is what I do. I go who, what, when, where, why, how. I answer those questions. And sometimes there are multiples of that, right? I answer all the questions because what it does is it helps me figure out, what am I actually offering? What am I actually selling? What am I actually doing to help people? So having clarity on the specific thing that you are offering, the specific way that your product or service helps people, like narrow all of those details down before you put any announcements out there that you are launching this thing. Have clarity on your offer. Okay, so that was number 1. Number 2 is not having your customer's journey to results mapped out. So one of the things that I've learned during my own journey of being an entrepreneur is that people buy results or transformation. They do not buy bullet points. When I first heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, I was doing it wrong. I was doing it wrong. They don't care about getting access to your Facebook group. They care how you are going to help them. What are you specifically going to do? When am I going to get a result? So if you're telling me that your product or service helps me solve this problem, how long is that going to take? What do I have to do? What do they have to do in order to make that transformation possible? Because should be a two-way street where you're helping them, guiding them, and they take the action and they get the results. So mapping out the journey of what it looks like from start to finish. I can't tell you how important that is. There is nothing worse than getting a new client and going, oh shit, I don't have my stuff figured out. What do I need to do? Oh my gosh. Having your customer's journey to results mapped out is incredibly important. So please do not forget to do that. Okay. Number 3 is not doing the necessary market research in advance. So what I mean by this is, have you actually asked your audience if they want the solution or how they would like to have the solution to their problem delivered? Can you pre-sell the offer to gauge interest before you actually do all of the work that will be required to put it into motion? So one of the best things that I did when I was a photographer, which I just retired 2 years ago, it's really interesting because my Facebook memories today showed me that today was the first photo shoot that I did of my daughter. And I'm like, oh my God, like my practicing that was 12 years ago today. I was like, holy crap. So very cool, exciting to see all these Facebook memories pop up. But I'll tell you that one of the best things I did for my business was I created a very personal and anonymous survey. I asked these women very personal questions because I really, truly wanted to understand what they were going through. And once I did that, do you know what I got? I discovered key words that could help me relate to my clients. I also discovered the products and the services that they were most interested in, because what I had been doing was I was deciding for them. I was assuming that I knew what they wanted. I assumed incorrectly. And I think that that is one of the things that we forget to do, is we forget to ask people, what do they actually want? What is the problem that they're facing? And how would they like to solve that problem? What have they tried before that maybe didn't work out? And how can you provide a different solution? Okay, so that was number 3. Number 4 is going to be that people don't do a beta launch, a beta test, a beta anything before they put their program out to the masses. So I also have personal experience with this as well, if I'm just being clear and transparent with you. When I was transitioning from photographer and I was dabbling in helping other people with their businesses, I had this great idea and I launched this giant program, and I didn't do a beta first. Had I done a beta and taken the time and stop being so impatient, had I taken the time, I would have been able to make the necessary tweaks, get really invaluable feedback, and I would have been able to have a successful launch. Instead, I launched to heartbreaking. I was heartbroken. I had spent a lot of time, a lot of energy, so much time on curating what I thought people wanted. Had I taken the time to beta test my idea, I would have realized what people actually wanted and not what I think they thought that they wanted. Okay. So number 5 is thinking that social media alone is going to bring you clients, and you blame social media when you aren't getting results. And I'm going to just tell you this right now, because if you're watching this, thank you for watching. But I'm going to tell you right now that if I hear one more person blame the algorithm for why they're not getting clients, I'm going to throw a tantrum. Okay, really not going to throw a tantrum, but I'm just telling you that I hope that you can truly hear me when I say this. Marketing your business is not posting on Facebook. There is so much more to marketing than Facebook. Connecting with your audience, giving value, helping people. If they are not engaging with your buy your stuff posts, guess what? Nobody's going to see anything that you post. Why? People don't want to be sold to on social media. Therefore, they are not going to engage with your content. So be a person, not a sales pitch. Be a person, not a sales pitch. Okay. So I cannot stress to you enough how important it is to truly, mistakes are going to happen. That's how we learn, right? But if you can take these top 5 things that I'm sharing with you and say, okay, we're going to dig a little deeper before we launch anything, you will have saved yourself time, energy, frustration, and probably even money. Okay. So I hope that these 5 tips help you. And if you are watching, I would love for you to tell me which of these 5 are you going to implement moving forward? So what are you going to do differently? Because remember, if we want to get a different result, we have to be willing to do something different. Okay. And I would also love to invite you. So every second Wednesday of the month, I'm going to be offering a free workshop at 10 a.m. Pacific time that you can come and learn. So this next one I'm doing on Wednesday is all about positioning yourself for profit. I think that there's people that don't quite understand how to position themselves as the expert. And so we're going to talk all about that. We're going to go into really in-depth detail about what that looks like and how you can apply that philosophy to your business. So I hope you guys have a super wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.